Hey guys, so I'm gonna finish reading you chapter 1 of The Witch Hunt. The simplest fellas, they can move on to working on creating bigger fire with more creative, less precise magic. When it comes to fire, I've learned to start with the basics. At the end of 90 minutes, 8 girls have created flames from nothing, which I count as a success. Despite the pride I feel as a teacher, I find it a relief to retreat upstairs. There's something profoundly exhausting about being looked at like I have the answers when I don't even know what is happening within myself. Teaching is more difficult than I anticipated, but more rewarding too. It's nice to have something to put my focus into. I don't know what I'd do otherwise. Usually this time of day, I'd head to the kitchen, make myself a cup of coffee, and settle in the library for a few hours of independent research before lunch. Making my way through a stack of books on the magical history of the Scottish Isles, looking for anything useful, anything that might help me understand what is happening to me. Nothing has been helpful so far. It's like searching for a needle in a haystack without knowing if a needle is in there at all. Or I'd find my mother in a solarium where she's taken to tending a particularly finicky group of orchid plants after her morning lessons. It was Florence who suggested moving her in after her release from the asylum. After all, she's hardly the first Haven pupil over 40, and her magical education wasn't finished when she ran away with my father at 18. She's still fragile, still. My mother, in all the good and bad ways. But like her orchid, she's begun to bloom. She's in class now, or I'd say goodbye in person. Instead, I'd slide a note under the door to her saying I'll miss her and be back before she knows it. I hugged her goodbye at breakfast too, and she hugged me back, tight around my middle, and told me to have a marvelous time. I hear Maxine before I find her, the swearing coming from behind the door to her room on the second floor. I don't bother knocking, the door is unlocked. I should have known better than to let Maxine wait until the last minute to pass. Lena is going to kill you, I say from the doorway. Maxine glares up at me from the nest she's made of discarded clothing on the floor. She wouldn't dare. She'll be happy. She'll be too happy to see me. I sink onto her bed, becoming one with the chaos, and throw a brimless head at her, aiming for her head. She ducks at the last minute, and it lands in yet another pile of clothes next to her vanity. She won't see you at all if we miss the ship. We're not going to miss the ship. Stop being dramatic. Maxine tosses a tangle of stockings into her suitcase, all knotted together like some kind of sea creature. I click my tongue at her. We're going to be late. And Maxine throws me a marvelous glance. We're not going to be late. The door swings open. Mabel leans up against the jamb, riding goggles up on her forehead, pushing back her curly hair. You're going to be late, she says, eyeing the rest. Jesus Christ, not you too. Maxine replies. Don't act like my awareness of the concept of time is a personal affront. I beg you, Mabel laughs. My darling roommate has agreed to be our chauffeur to the docks and house kitchen, where a very large ship is waiting to ferry us across a very large sea. Maxine shoves the ball of fabric into a final waiting trunk and snaps the latch with a flourish. There now, quiet, the both of you. Together we drag her trunk and hat boxes down to the awaiting ambulance, where my singular case rests in the back, taken down hours ago, well before breakfast. It's so bright, I'm soon swearing under my cape. Though no longer technically a student, I couldn't find it in myself to let go of Haven black. I throw the cape on over a simple traveling dress. Maxine and I wear near identical hats, with small brim and black ribbons trailing off the back. It's strange to be going anywhere that isn't here. The most traveling I've done in months requires only walking from the courtyard garden to the kitchen. We're growing carrots now. I've grown roots too. I've gotten good at staying put. And while I'm excited to see Oliver, I'm nervous too. Haven once felt like a prison, but of late, It's become a sanctuary. I remember what happened the last time I longed for adventure. The last year has been spent wrapping myself in a cocoon and building a quiet life where I cause no more destruction. Am I ready to leave? Maxine slips into the front seat, and I situate myself amongst the luggage in the back. A solid, sharp, cornered reminder that is that this is real. We're truly going. Mabel is blessedly a much better driver than Maxine, and hurls us through the wide boulevards of Queens and across the bridge into Manhattan. All the while, I try to quiet the riotous butterflies in my stomach. There's the buzz of excitement, but there's something else too. Dread, probably fear, perhaps. I don't want to admit that I'm still scared of Finn, but I am. I knew what I was agreeing to when we planned the trip. I also knew it was my call, and Maxine didn't understand my reluctance at first. Oliver is studying at the Sorbonne, and my family home is right across the river, and my man has been begging me for a visit to Paris. Frankly, it doesn't make sense for us not to go. She insisted one night after dinner a few months ago while we were playing cards. In the drawing room, I was losing like usual, both at cards and the conversation. I don't have the money, I muttered half-heartedly, looking at the two of hearts in my hand rather than meeting her eyes. You know that's not an issue, Maxine replied, laying down the hand-winning card. My classes and his said she'll cover them. The tickets have been purchased. I'll drag you there in my trunk if I have to. I knew she wasn't bluffing. It wasn't Maxine's way in cards or in life. And so the plans remained. My cases were packed. I never told my friends or Oliver of this letter. One that arrived 1 year ago, currently lying hidden under piles of documents in my desk drawer. Soon, Francis, we will be together again. He promised, together in Europe. Alright, that's it guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss when I post, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.